Hi everyone, my name is Garret Brittingham.
I'm Hailey Bartels.
And today we're going to be teaching you Standard Waltz. So we're going to start off with the lead part, and it's very similar to American Waltz, something that we didn't unfortunately get to teach this semester, but we might next semester, or maybe even next week, we'll see. But they both share something in common, which is a box step. So for American Waltz, it looks something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're doing that, something similar to that, except it's there's more rotation to it, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Another thing that's important for waltz is your rise and fall. Now, this isn't necessarily important for a beginner, but it is something good to keep in mind. One last thing I want to mention is your frame. So, unlike your rhythm lat, your frame would be like, but for smooth standard, it's a bit more open like this. So make sure your frame looks something like this. So moving on to the actual dance. So for your basic, excuse me, in your frame, and for the lead, when you start to do your standard waltz, let's say I'm facing this way. So I'm facing the wall, but for standard waltz, you're going to want to get a little angle actually to start. So your first step is going to be with your left leg going forward. So 1, 2, 3, and this is what I meant by that box. So I'll go through that again. Angle yourself a little bit to the left. 1, 2, 3. So going out with your left, stepping forward with your right, and you're making like a little box kind of. So that's what I meant by the box that both dances share. So I'll run through that one time. 1, 2, 3. And the next step is going to be with your right foot. So left, make the box. 3. So it's a very similar step, except this time you're stepping with your right foot and you're making that box. So I'll run through it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now that we're here, start with your left, then your right. You'll notice I'm also rising and falling. Before we move on to the next part, I want to add in the rise and fall. I'll show you. So, down, rise, down, down, rise, down. So, now that you started on your left, and the second step was with your right, now you can do something called change. So, your left foot, left, right. So, down to the left, up to your right, back down. So basically what happens after that is you're going to repeat that pattern, but in a different direction. You'll see what I mean in a second. So, left, right, left, I'll give you a second to think about this. I didn't rotate good enough. So, left, right, change step. Now it'll be the change step. Back up your right foot. Left. And look, now you've started off where you began, and to go right back into where you started with the dance, just another change step with your right. So I'm going to run through that one more time, the entire pattern, and I'm going to teach the follow part. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, it's pretty simple once you get the first half of it done, because the rest of it kind of just repeats itself, but with the opposite foot, basically. So, if that was confusing at all, you can always slow it down and just kind of go through it there. So now we're going to teach the follow part. Hailey.
Okay, so the follow part for Standard Waltz, it's the same as the leads, but backwards, and you're going to be rotating essentially counterclockwise around yourself and your lead in your own little circle bubble. And for the follow, you're going to be starting off with your step backwards on your right at an angle, kind of, and you bring your left around so you're facing like kind of sideways, diagonal-ish, wherever your lead set puts you. And then you're going to bring your right around and close. Yes. And then the second half of this first turn, stepping forward on your left, around sideways on your right, closing backwards, bringing your left in to close. And to finish off the second turn, to finish off the basic pattern, you're going to first do a change step, stepping backwards on your right, sideways left, close, bring your right in, and then you're going to step backwards on your left, side right, close your left in, right, left, right, and then change step back, left, right, all together, just the follow part, it looks with the lead, it looks like this.
Yeah, all right, so now we're going to just dance together, and obviously we're going to be distance, so it's going to look a little weird. But remember, if you wanted to dance this with someone else and you feel comfortable doing so, just remember the frame looks like this for the leads. And for follows,
You're going to have your hand in your leads, left,
yes, it's going to be the lead's left hand, and it's going to be this cupping motion with the follow.
yes, and then your right hand is going to be placed on his bicep where it kind of dips in or wherever it is comfortable enough with the arm lengths of you and your partner.
So, we're going to dance it. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, hope you guys got that. And like I said before, you can always slow it down or post comments in the comment section and ask me questions. So moving on to the next part of the dance that we're going to teach tonight is a corner turn. And basically what this can be used for, if you're getting like close to your corner, let's say, and you can't quite curve the dance around the corner, you can always do a corner turn to get around that corner. So it's pretty simple. What you're essentially going to do is half of the basic pattern that we taught you, but then you're going to add a little twist on it. So, starting off with your basic, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, change step, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, instead of doing the rest of the pattern, now that you do that change step in the first part of the second half of the pattern, you're going to go back on your left foot for the leads, and it's kind of hard to break this down. Hold on. So I'll do it again. Back on your left, and you're pivoting on that left and turning. Sorry. So back to your left, pivot, 2, 3. The beat work is kind of hard to explain, so just slow down the video and kind of just look closely at what my feet are doing. But you're going to be basically turning your partner with you. So now, instead of being at the corner still, now you can actually go that way. So for me, that would be towards the camera. So let's say I'm at a corner. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then you just do your basic all over again. You know, the rest of it through. So that's pretty much how it would go. I'll do it one more time, and we can go to the follow part just because it's a little weird. So. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you just do your basic down the floor after that corner turn. So now we're teaching the follows part. Hailey.
Okay, so he did not mention this before, but this quarter turn in Standard Waltz is pretty much exactly the same as the one that you would do in Quick Step. And if you don't quite get what we're talking about in this video, you can always go back and rewatch the Quick Step video to hear more on how it's done. So for the follow, as he said, it comes out of the second half of the basic pattern. So we do the first half of the basic, change step, go into the second half, but you're going to feel your lead rotate a little more, so you're now parallel with the edge of the floor. And as follow, you're going to step forward onto your right, and then you're going to kind of swing your left leg around in front of you, put the weight on it as you turn around, tap your foot at the ankle, and you're going to step forward onto that right foot, then you're going to step forward onto your left, and then you're going to step sideways on the right and close, and then gets you ready to go back into your basics down the floor. So then, all together, getting into the turn with just the follow part, it looks like this. Right, left, 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 right. Then with the lead, it looks like this.
Alright, so we're going to get the frame. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you just go back into your basic from there. So, hopefully that made sense. I think what we're going to do before we end the video, we're just going to do a basic, and after that basic, we're going to do the rotating turn. All right. So we're going to start with the basic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that was the basic and the spin quarter turn for Standard Waltz. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any comments or questions, you can always put them down in the comment section below. So thank you for tuning in this week, and have a good rest of your day.